It is Sunday, May 22nd, 2022. Hi, I'm Lights Camera Jackson, and welcome to LCJ Live. We are going to get to box office results in the Doctor Strange Downton Abbey battle that didn't end up really being close. We'll get to that. Plus, this weekend, hey, Top Gun is coming to theaters. Finally! We've been waiting years. Actually, years. Couple-year delay on Top Gun Maverick. It's finally coming to theaters, along with the Bob's Burgers movie. Also, we've been waiting a few years for this. So they're finally coming out for this Memorial Day weekend. We will preview both of those and a lot of other things going on in the world of entertainment and film and television. As always, send in your questions and your comments. I have some pals here with me. You know, I got this Animation Domination merchandise. There's more than just this bottle. There's some lanyards and other things at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019, and the Bob's Burgers gang is right there along with The Simpsons. Tonight, the season finale of The Simpsons has Hugh Jackman, so that's fun, and he's nominated, of course, for the Music Man for the Tony Awards in just 3 weeks' time, I believe, June the 12th on CBS. He's going up against Billy Crystal for Mr. Saturday Night. We will see who wins there, but we begin with the box office, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness with $31.6 million is your winner again. Third week in a row. I feel like we're back in March with The Batman, which dominated the first 3 weeks before The Lost City came into play. Lost City's going to hit a milestone. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, now Doctor Strange on top for 3 weeks in a row. Downton Abbey, A New Era. Number 2, $16 million. That's a little lower than I expected. I think it's a little lower than a lot of people expected. Here's the thing. They're saying 48%, let's call it half, of the people who are going to see Downton Abbey: A New Era this weekend are over the age of 55. A lot of places, when they do senior ticket pricing, some start at maybe 55, some start at 60, some start at 62. So those prices are lower. Now, yes, they're much more expensive than they even were pre-pandemic, but they are a couple bucks lower than regular adult tickets. So that is going to play a factor, and it already has in the weekend gross for Downton Abbey: A New Era. $16 million is just about half of what the first Downton Abbey opened to in 2019, in September of 2019, about $31 million for that, with a $97 million total. If this Downton Abbey sequel comes close to that 97, at this point I'm going to be surprised, but we're going to see how this plays out over the next few weeks. Older audiences who love this show also love Tom Cruise, so at some point they're going to want to go see Top Gun Maverick. But we have a bit of a hole because we've got the 2 movies coming out this week. Then there's really nothing in wide release on June 3rd. Then Jurassic World on June 10th. Some older people will go for the nostalgia factor of Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum and Laura Dern. Then June 17th is Lightyear. That's basically the big in-theater film that weekend. Some people will go for the nostalgia factor of Toy Story and Pixar, some older audiences, some won't. And then June 24th is Elvis, which older people will go see for sure. Baz Luhrmann, Tom Hanks. So Downton Abbey could do okay between now and June 23rd when Elvis comes out. It could have some legs over the next several weeks. But 16 this weekend, maybe it does 10 next weekend, even up against Top Gun. Maybe it does 7 or 8 the following weekend, and then it goes down and down. At this point, it just depends on how the during the week numbers are, because older people love to go to the theater as well on Tuesday. Walkie_talkie_, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Older people love going to the movies on Tuesday for the even cheaper prices. So those during the week numbers could help, but if it gets over 60, maybe they'll call that a success. If it can get there, it will be interesting now that it's lower than I thought. I was thinking at least it was going to hit 20. I really did. I loved the film. I saw it on Wednesday night. Love it. One of the best movies of the year. May make my 10 best list and my honorable mentions list at the end of the year. It has a perfect tone throughout. The cast is excellent. It's moving. It's emotional. You care about everyone. It's fun. And it's got a great script, great dialogue from Julian Fellows, the creator of the show, who's also doing The Gilded Age, which is coming back to my neck of the woods, Troy, New York, to film season 2 in August. I love the film. I love Downton Abbey: A New Era. I recommend even those who have never seen the show, which includes me, to go see Downton Abbey: A New Era, because you'll get something out of it. But when it comes to its box office, older people are going, but it's not quite what I thought it was going to do and quite the impact of the first movie. Families still need something to see. We're in this hole. Some families will go to Bob's Burgers, but because it's PG-13, some will not. and they will wait until Lightyear all the way on June 17 for the next big wide-release family film. Some kids won't go to Jurassic World because it's also PG-13, and the violent dinosaur, action violence, all of that, some parents will stay away. So because of that, your two family movies that have been out since the beginning to middle of April made a combined $10 million this weekend. The Bad Guys, $6.1 million, it's at $74.4, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 with $3.9 million, it's at $181. Families still looking for something, and these films are still doing well. Men, the new Alex Garland horror thriller with Jesse Buckley from A24, just $3.3 million this weekend. So the cinema score was a D+. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I may even go step lower and give it a D, but it's not a good film. Not just because of the ending, which is just out of whack, but I was incredibly bored through much of it. Just bored. Going, okay, can something happen? Like, why are we supposed to care? Why are we here? Yeah. Not a strong film, a film I kind of want to forget. And it was funny, I was at the theater the other night, and there were three guys in front of me, and right when the movie ended, they got up and said, "That was a terrible movie. Wow, that was terrible." And they were just shaking their heads. And yeah, it's not, especially when you pay $14.95 a ticket now, and your experience was terrible seeing the movie. God, that's a waste of money. Whew. And clearly the buzz already there that Men is not very good. Just $3.3 million. But A24 does have a success story this weekend in Everything Everywhere All at Once. $3.1 million, it's at $52.3. Now, the highest grossing movie A24 has ever released. A24 has put out a lot of great movies over the years. I don't particularly care for Men or Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I am thrilled for A24 that their success continues. New milestone for them. Congratulations to A24. $52.3 million. It passed Uncut Gems with $50 million. So we'll see. Everything Everywhere could get to probably 55, maybe even 60 total. So congratulations to A24 on that milestone. Cowardly_Lion, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Two movies with $1.9 million each this weekend. Firestarter and Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. Firestarter's at $7 million after 10 days. It's also on Peacock. And Fantastic Beasts is at 93.1. It will not get to $100 million, and Warner Brothers cannot be happy with that. And Warner Brothers doesn't have another movie until Elvis on June 24, and then Super Pets on July 29. Just two big movies for the summer for Warner Brothers. One's going to skew older, the other's going to skew family, and they're hoping they do really, really well. Let's see, The Lost City now. Another $1.5 million. It's at 99.3. This opened at the end of March, and it is going to get to $100 million domestically, which is a milestone. Congratulations to Paramount. Another film I don't particularly care for, but when you open to 31 and end up over 100, that is a success story. Came close with the first Downton Abbey doing that, came up a few million short, but The Lost City, even being on Paramount Plus, is still getting people to go to the theaters to see it. 99.3. So next weekend, it'll, especially if it's paired with Top Gun Maverick in drive-ins across the country, it will get to that 100 million mark. And rounding out the top 10 this weekend, another Focus Features film like Downton Abbey. The Northman, another $1 million. It's at 33. So that's your top 10. This weekend, it's Top Gun Maverick. That will top the box office for sure. It will easily make more than what Doctor Strange could make, which Doctor Strange could go down to 15, maybe lower. It will. Top Gun could do 70, 75. It just depends on how many people go Thursday to Sunday. Some who wait till Monday. Some older people who wait till Tuesday. We've got this being Memorial Day weekend. Will people wait till Monday or Tuesday? I know kids are off for school. Some kids are off from school, partially Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's a lot. So you could see an extended weekend of Top Gun Maverick get to that 70, 75 or higher. And I know that Tom Cruise and Paramount will want this to be one of the highest grossing movies of the studio of the century, because I don't think any of these Mission Impossible movies, I wrote a piece on this a couple weeks ago, are on that top 10 list of highest grossing Paramount movies of the 21st century. Believe it or not, no Mission Impossible movie on that list. So they're going to want Top Gun Maverick there for sure to get Tom Cruise on that list. How will Bob's Burgers do? Well, I'm thinking around 15 million. If you take everybody who watches the show every week, which is about 1 million and change, and you multiply that by 12, which is, let's say, $12 average ticket price, there's your 15 million bucks. Now again, is that Thursday to Sunday? Is that an extension on Monday? Does it go into Tuesday? Or is it just, the first 3.5 days? We'll see. But here's the other factor. If families say, it's animated, let's take the kids anyway, I don't care that it's PG-13, they're familiar enough with the characters, then it's going to do more than $15 million. I'll be surprised if it's less than 15, and I'll be not quite as surprised if it's a little more than 15, but that's what I'm thinking for the Bob's Burgers movie. So it's going to be a battle between that and Doctor Strange Week 2, of which one comes in second. And then Doctor Strange will probably be third, and Downton will go down to fourth. Unless Downton has a strong second week showing. On Prime Video this Friday is Emergency. Film that I watched last week is pretty good. Pretty strong, especially the final act. And it is in select theaters now, and it's going to be on Prime Video this Friday. Expanding to more theaters this coming weekend is Montana Story, drama with Haley Lou Richardson. It's also a strong film with good performances. So if you have that near you, go check out Montana Story. The world of television, Martha Stewart's got a Great American Tag Sale special this Wednesday on ABC. And Flea Market Flip star Lara Spencer's show Everything But the House is returning Saturday night on HGTV. Also, a reboot of Don't Forget the Lyrics on Fox starts tomorrow. I remember watching the first version with Wayne Brady when it was paired with Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Sometimes it was Friday nights, I think sometimes it was Thursday nights. So now we got a reboot with Niecy Nash hosting. That starts tomorrow on Fox. And tomorrow night on NBC, they are showing Jurassic World from 2015 to get everybody ready for the new Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Dominion, which comes out in a couple weeks, June 10. Interesting that they're showing the first one, which has already aired on NBC, but they're not showing the second one from 2018, which would directly, set things up for what this new third installment is going to do. Interesting decision by NBC. I think they're going to show a couple clips. They got some of the stars. They're going to do some previews of the new movie during this airing of Jurassic World. Friday will be a huge day for streaming, says DJ Rochopo. I think so. I think over this weekend. A lot of streaming movies came out this past weekend. The Valet, which is very good, and Chippendale Rescue Rangers, which is also very good. And I review those movies with my co-host Mike Sargent on the latest Too Fast, Two Films podcast episode, which should be up soon at toofast2films.com. We have a good conversation about both of those. And if you want some new LCJ Q&A podcast episodes with the makers of Love, Death, and Robots, and The Boss Baby Back in the Crib, and Chippendale Rescue Rangers, go to lcj.podbean.com, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify. For the LCJ Q&A podcast, it's also in the podcast section at lights-camera-jackson.com. We'll have more interviews at animationscoop.com. Q&A's coming up in late May, early to mid-June. Which, yes, we're into late May. It's basically the final week of May, though there's a little bit that spills over into next week. But, wow. Already into Memorial Day weekend. And these theaters, I can tell that these theaters are ready for Top Gun Maverick to do really, really well. They are ready for it to be a blockbuster. We've already had a blockbuster in Doctor Strange. We've already had blockbuster this year in The Batman. But they want Top Gun Maverick, I can tell, to really get the summer into high gear. And then you get Jurassic World, and then you get Lightyear, and then you get Minions. And then you get Thor. And then there's Bullet Train now in August. And Nope from Jordan Peele and the Super Pets at the end of July. And I know I'm missing one or two, but those are the big theater movies. Then there's a few other things that'll come into play in August. But they're hoping that Top Gun Maverick will kick off the Memorial Day into Labor Day stretch in style with big, big numbers. Paws of Fury is July 15, along with Where the Crawdads Sing, which I don't think is going to be a blockbuster, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris from Focus, which I saw the trailer for the other night before Downton Abbey. So there is the potential for a lot of big movies this summer to do really well. The theaters are ready. Doctor Strange is great for the box office for the theaters, but they're looking for more. And I think they're looking for more than just one option per week. The way the studios have spread these movies out, there's only competition really in a couple weeks during the rest of the summer. And by competition, there's one clear movie like Top Gun versus Bob's Burgers that's going to be the winner, and then one other option that's going to come in second or third for the weekend. There's a couple more of those cases in the rest of the summer, but not a lot. So we'll see. We'll see how everything does. And you can keep it to my social media. That's Instagram at LightsCamJackson, Twitter at LCJ Reviews, and the website lights-camera-jackson.com. It is a hot one here in upstate New York this weekend. It was hot yesterday. It's hot again today, but then it's going to cool off. But the summer movie season itself is heating up. And you'll get my thoughts on Top Gun Maverick and Bob's Burgers movie this week, along with more. And I'll be back on 99.5 The River, and more surprises and cool things I'll be able to share with you all very, very soon. I am Lights Camera Jackson. Thank you for watching LCJ Live. We will see you back here next Sunday. We will see how Top Gun Maverick did over this Memorial Day weekend. Along with the Bob's Burgers movie, we'll preview more films coming out in limited release and on streaming services for the month of June, and more in-theater releases as well. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching LCJ Live. Goodbye.